Hello, my name is Chadley and welcome back for another episode of the Red Galaxy in Aurora 4X. And in previous episodes we did the jump point surveys of our system here, and we're now working towards getting our first jump capable ship so we can start exploring a little bit of our surroundings. And hopefully we'll get that soon enough. And I did fix the decimal issue now, so that should no longer be our plague, so to speak. And over here, well, we still have a decent bit of resources and we're still mining. Actually, we got a lot of mining to do over here. Titanium is something that we may run out, but we got a pretty good stockpile of it right now. We still got 56,000. And actually, did any of these, that doesn't have titanium. This one has over 8 million of it, with a relatively bad accessibility, to be fair, but it's more on the average for this particular planet, actually. So, Galiside is the only one that we don't have there. Do we have any over here? No. We do have fair bit in our homeworld here, though, so let's actually... We'll survey window... Have a look. So if we have at least one Galiside, the search... There's only 2 places that have Galiside. One of them has... Right, so that's one of them very low... Right. Oh, that's the massive planet that we won't be able to colonize, but we can use alternative mines in there and get the Galisite that way if need be. Galisite is used for engines, in case you didn't know, so it's going to be rather important. But anyway, so we are going to get some more research. Oh, actually, we got the 2 research labs available because we got the jump point or jump engine rather recently. How will we get some construction or construction and production rather? And we'll get the research rate up. Now, to be fair, we will be losing a little bit of cash while we are upgrading the shipyard here, but it's already almost 3,500 tons in capacity, so we are getting closer and closer to what we need. And we already have the all-in-one survey ship designed. It doesn't have a huge tonnage, but it should. It doesn't actually have a huge speed either. I think at some point we may want to redesign the engine to, instead of be 2 engines, to be 1 engine, so we can get maybe a bit better fuel efficiency out of it, so we'll have increased range. At the same time, 2 engines means that if one of them gets destroyed, then you are not a sitting duck immediately, it's just much slower swimming duck, so to speak. Let's keep on. Oh, we got the research for the magazine stuff. Well, the first one of those completed. It's going to take a while before we can get any missile stuff going, but we've got maintenance facilities completed now, so we have nothing underway at the moment. Right, I think I'm going to want another research facility at 50% speed. And then we have another... I suppose we could get some more construction factories, so another 20 of those. And they're going to be done before the end of the century at least. But face the research lab, again, it's very small. I think that's 5 research labs is usually what you start with in the basic start, I believe. I could be wrong. I rarely use the basic start, quite frankly. But you start with some research labs, but we are a bit behind in tech in a lot of ways. Like, we've already gone for 44 years and we haven't even left our system yet. So we are playing a bit slow here, but it's alright. We don't have a massive galaxy. We may have quite a bit of non-player republics though, eventually. Not republics, races. Shipyard modified, excellent. So now what we need to do is we need to retool that bad boy once again. Let's actually select the correct shipyard first. So retooling that to the Red Star Mark II. It's going to cost a fair bit. It's going to take almost a full year. Luckily, we did get the cost reduction and speed increase technology earlier, so it's already paying off a little bit here. Not to mention, it sped up the capacity increase probably a fair bit. Now, we could set up a... Well, once we retool that, we could set up another slipway to be made, but at the same time, I don't think if we need it right... Oh, we don't necessarily need it right now. Later on, we might want to be able to get more, but currently, I don't think it's necessary. Alright, so let's keep on going. I'm pretty sure that we'll get some more of the magazine text completed soon, or the logistics stuff. Actually, hold up. We don't need the old ships anymore, because we're making the new ones. So, since we have the slipways available, we are going to scrap. Oh, right, we need to select the shipyard first. So scrap. We'll start with the Red Star. It should be done. Ooh. It's actually going to take a while. Not a massive while, but it's going to take a while. We can making or constructing the ships a little bit faster by scrapping some of these. We'll scrap that one. That's gonna... Actually, let's have a look. How much does it cost to make the Mark II Red Star here? So, oh, right, we need to go to white. I had to restart the game to get the decimal fixed. So, currently its build costs 540. Okay, so components of the cost. So the sensors are each 18.4%. It's 100, a flat 100 of cost. So if we scrap both of those, that's going to give us at least a little bit of the stuff. It might actually give us the engines that we need as well. So yeah, I think scrapping both of those first, and then after that, we can start building the new ship. It's going to slow us down, it'll technically slow us down a little bit, but in practice, not so much. Ah, Commander Experience, New Crown Force Office. Hold on. Oh, right, we were not in the automatic turn. Shipyard modified. There we go, it's been retooled. So now we just need to get through the scrapping, which is presumably going rather quickly. It'll be done in 16th of May, currently at end of April, so a couple more weeks. There we go, ship scrapped. I'm going to scrap the other one. So scrap the B variant. Because they served us well enough. But we don't need them anymore. And rather it's more important. There we go, that ship has been scrapped. So now if we start making a ship, and we'll assign it to the... Oh, did it get rid of the fleet? I see, it did. That's fine. So first one of these, use components. So technically it says that it's going to be done in December, or mid-December next year. If we create that task and have a look at it here, since we are using components, it's actually going to be done in April next year. So it's going to save us quite a few months of time by using the components, which is why you probably, especially of the more expensive components, you want to use your industry to produce the components first, and then just use the shipyards to put them together from the pieces. Now you can't produce every component, like you can't produce the armor, you can't produce the crew quarters and stuff like that, but there are many things that you can produce, and a lot of those things are rather expensive. So now we are waiting for more research to be done. It shouldn't take too long. There we go, research completed, magazine feed system efficiency 75%. Getting the warhead strength, 3 points per missile size. Or missile size point. Anyway, how many research do we still have ongoing here? We got a little bit in the logistics. We don't have anything after the research rate there, but I think that's going to be okay. We can then switch to something else, like more ancient tech perhaps, or getting some more sensor techs or something like that, like better radars and such for ships. Actually, we don't have anti-missile radars yet, so that's actually something that we might want to consider soon. But let's keep on going. We should be getting the new ship soon. There we go. Let's go back to the fleet here. We're going to make the Explorer 1. Or Exploration 1. Renewed over there, and then we can set up I suppose we'll go to the jump point 1 first. We'll do standard transit, and then once we are on the other side, we'll figure out what to do next. We're gonna go over there. That's the only one that is kind of inside outer. Ooh. New system discovered. Moskva. Okay, this is a massive system actually. But there is a Lagrange point over there. There's several Lagrange points actually. The question is, are there... Oh, Moskva 10 is all the way up there. Oh. But that's not even the final form, as they say. Is there a secondary star over here or something? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, so that's handy. So we're going to access that B star over there rather easily. And is there... There are a lot of asteroids in here, which I do like, actually. Let's have a look at it in the system view here. So there's... Okay, there's Super Jovian, Super Jovian, Super Jovian with a lot of moons. And there's terrestrial planet, another terrestrial planet, another Super Jovian, a gas giant, Super Jovian, gas giant. Actually, can we see how old? It's 5. Okay. So there might not be as good resources in here, but potentially a lot of thorium in here. And on that one there's another 2 Super Jovians and a 4 planet. Okay. Alright then, I suppose what we'll do... Oh, wow. So there's only 13 planets total, but there's 134 moons, 269 asteroids, 12 comets, and there's non-habitable planets, but there's altogether 3 near-habitable planets, which means that they have colony cost of about 2, and then there's hundreds and hundreds, or 200 and... Oh man, that's a lot of them actually. Let me have a look over here. Oh yeah, that's... No, that's just low gravity, never mind. Okay, but yeah, we have quite a few things over here that we could potentially colonize later on. Now I wonder what sort of resources we are going to be finding in here. So the exploration 1, what I'm going to do, actually we should start building up another one so we can go to one of the other systems. So you, we're going to have to set up some standing orders. So when you're less than 50% fuel, we're going to go to refuel a colony. We're going to survey the nearest body, and if there's no bodies to survey, you're going to go to the survey location, and we'll get started with that. Yeah, that should be alright. So let's go back to Kazakhstan and start building a new ship. I mean, it's going to take a while before we get these, because we don't have the things ready. But another Red Star Mark II for the shipyard fleet. And that's going to take actually quite a while. Well, let's see. It's actually not... Ooh! A lot of the comets seem to have things. And we're going through all the moons there. Research completed. We got the very large fuel storage. And started on the cryogenic transport. Oh, right, actually, let me have a look. So how much is the very large fuel storage? That was 1,000,000. So technically, we could replace these 4 large ones. We are very large, and save a little bit in the cost of this tug. I think that's going to be a good idea. So we've got all the sensors that we need on this particular one. Actually, right, so let's quickly go over here so we can have a look at the minerals. So we know that some of the comets have, okay, there's tritanium, some duranium and iridium, more tritanium and some thorium. Okay, fairly good accessibilities. Nothing stellar, but still better than nothing. We didn't find anything over there by the looks of it, or I could be wrong. Let's actually pause for a quick moment here to refresh. Okay, so some of the asteroids have had... Oh, that's actually a pretty good asteroid. That's definitely worth mining. Oh, right, let's put the auto turns on. So it looks like Moscow is going to be fairly good at at least getting some of the resources there. Ah, we got the research facility completed. Right then. So let us set up another actually, I'm gonna start getting some of the ground unit or ground combat stuff going. Or rather, let's get the... We have not started designing any of the ground units yet. Let's actually have a look. So, we still have the racial weapon training of 3, so that's not particularly good. I do want to have that a bit higher before I start making troop designs, just so that we don't need to immediately design them again once we have something better, which probably isn't going to... You know what? We do have energy... Ooh, no, we don't have energy researcher, do we? No, we could probably turn one of the defensive systems researchers to energy weapons. So, you change field to energy weapons. Okay, good. And now what we'll do is we'll go in and energy weapons, particle beam strength. I'll start getting some of these. Because I do want to use particle beams and then eventually get the lancers, because they do damage with a fairly long distance and the damage doesn't drop over distance. So we'll be able to, for every hit that we do, we'll be doing the same amount of damage, no matter what distance. So that way it's a good weapon to use when you can keep the enemy beyond your weapon's reach. But close enough that you can hit them, of course. Right, so I'm going to put that one to the queue as well, and that should unlock us at least a little bit weapon strength, or a little bit better weapon strength. Right, and we presumably have plenty of industry available. How much mines do we have right now? We got 75 and we got 115. So what I'm gonna do is construction factories. I'm gonna get another 25 of these at 50%. And then another 25 of mines, to keep increasing both the production capabilities of resources and the construction capabilities of our industry. Well, that should be good in the long run. Now, we do have the maintenance capacity of 20,000 tons now. How is the ship coming along? Oh, it's almost done. Right, let's go back to the new sun and set up a new fleet. Exploration 2, and you naturally will move down there. And then I suppose we can move to the jump point 2. Standard transit over there. And then we'll give you new orders once you actually reach there. Now, hopefully there's not a massive amount of hostiles around here. Oh, there we go. New system. What do we have here? So we got 3 planets. We do actually have 2 suns, but the second one doesn't have anything orbiting it. So 3 planets, 3 comets. One of them is colonizable, or almost colonizable. That's how liquid. It's a desert planet. Yeah, that's certainly colonizable. It doesn't have massive... Oh, it has a lot of carbon dioxide. It does have a little bit of oxygen, and a fair bit of nitrogen. Well, actually the carbon dioxide isn't that massive, but it's still probably considered dangerous atmosphere. Yes, it is actually. But a little bit terraforming, we could certainly turn that into habitable planet, although the temperature is a bit high, isn't it? Yeah, 88 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we'd need to do a bit of work there, but you know, we'd get that working eventually. And there's a planet with Venusian atmosphere, which means massive atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Oddly enough, if the first, well, not first, third planet that is habitable there. Right, so you probably need your standing orders then. Survey, survey, refuel. Let me actually have a look at the one over here. How are you dealing in terms of fuel? You actually have surpassed your deployment time. You've been doing a lot of surveying. So what I'm gonna make you do, you're gonna run back, refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. And once you're done with that, I'm gonna give you new orders and return you here. We have actually found some resources in St. Petersburg. Right, so the overhaul is completed. So what you can do is you are going to return to Moscow. How are you doing in terms of... let's look at plenty of deployment time. You have some accidents happen by the looks of it. Because you're running a bit low on maintenance supply points. Okay. Trainings are slowly increasing. Right, so let's have a look at St. Petersburg a little bit. So what have we found here? The planet number 2 has some... well, actually quite a bit of uranium and titanium, but very low accessibilities. And the third planet, which is kind of colonizable anyway, has a lot of uranium and... okay, so it's in the millions. Carbamide, titanium, iridium, and uranium combined about 30 million tons. On the other hand, the combined accessibility is only 1.3, so it's not necessarily massively useful. At the same time, I think we can use that as a bit of a hub here. Let's actually have a look. How much can we fit in population there? 900 million. Not a massive population, but it could certainly do a bit of production here. And then there seems to be the comets that have some thorium and uranium. Both of these have uranium as well. And that was empty. So has it started doing the survey... oh yeah, it has started doing the survey location. Or the gravitational survey location thingies. So you had, what, 8 months of deployment so far? Okay. Let's actually have a look at the galactic map. Okay, it went to the other screen there. So it's fairly simple right now. So far, I think it does this automatically. But you can move them around if you want to. Yeah, that's not too bad. Like St. Petersburg, Moscow. The third one is probably going to be something else. Oh, right, that reminds me. We should probably start building a third survey ship. Just so that we can keep surveying each branch independently. Alright, shipyard fleet. Create task. Actually, after those have been done, I may want to build at least some components. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the geological survey sensors. I'm going to do another 2 at 50%. And same for the gravitational survey sensors. So we can then build another 2 survey vessels without too much hassle. Or at least a little bit faster production. Oh, hold on. Retirement, someone retired. Okay, over here, so exploration 2. You are going to refuel, but you are actually, well, you're going to refuel, resupply, and overhaul. Once you're done with that, I'm going to give you new orders. How's the Moscow one doing? Have they started? Have they left here anyway? They're no longer here, that's for sure. But they should be somewhere over here then. Could be just somewhere under all of these markings here, or... oh no, it went to the far end. Alright then, have we found anything down here? Do you have the Lagrange point there? Let's have a quick look at display surveyed bodies. We surveyed quite a bit of the asteroids there, but nothing has been found yet. Okay, well that's interesting. Oh, there's point there and there. I mean, Moscow did have quite a few gas giants and such. So it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of Lagrange points. But have we found anything interesting in here yet, other than some minerals in the asteroids and ooh, right, that was a good asteroid. And there's some of the comets that might have something useful. But nothing massive yet. But anyway, we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.